How you doing? Keith Sargeant here with Dan Duggan, here with the NJ Advanced Media team. We're here at Rutgers football practice, and it's funny, we're talking about a bye week. Rutgers doesn't have a game this week. Coach Flood talked about how he's giving the players a lot of time to rest their bodies, but really it's no time to rest for the media, right, Dan?
Yeah, no shortage of news on the first day of the bye week. Coach Flood started his press conference first announcing that senior running back Huggins is not going to play this season. He had missed the first 6 games with a shoulder and wrist injury. Not a big surprise, but he'll be a medical redshirt. Kyle did say he expects him to come back next year, which is something people might wonder, could he transfer? At least as of now, the expectation is that he'll be back. And then the more pressing news that will affect the team immediately is that freshman running back Josh Hicks has been moved to safety. It's something they're going to just give a look this week, but just based on the health of free safety, I think it's something that probably could stick, at least in the short term. What are your thoughts on moving Josh Hicks there at this point?
I think it's probably a good move. I mean, I think Coach Flood talked a little bit about the running back core, and I think we know at this point that it's going to be Justin Goodwin, it's going to be Desmond Peoples. Those are 2 guys who are going to carry the mail pretty much every game. If it's a choice between Robert Martin and Josh Hicks, you probably don't need them both. Why not give Hicks an opportunity to play at a position where you probably do need a little bit more depth?
And so that was the news. We weren't planning on that. We're going to just talk big picture stuff. So here we are, like right at the midpoint of the season. I think they've exceeded a lot of expectations. As you kindly reminded me, I predicted this team would win 4 games, so I'm already out of the running. I don't remember what your prediction was, but
6.
6. Okay, so you're still in pretty good shape. But what are your thoughts? Obviously, the stretch is going to get a lot more difficult. What are your thoughts on the first half and going forward?
Yeah, I mean, look, they're 5-1. I think they've exceeded pretty much everyone's expectations. But you also have to take it with a grain of salt. I think I reported today. They've beaten teams with a combined 8-21 record to this point. Schedule's going to get a whole lot harder. I mean, you're looking at. I don't know about you. I don't know if you go 1 game at a time, but I'm looking at Ohio State, number 15 in the country, followed by a road game at Nebraska. A home game against Wisconsin. 3 of the top teams in the Big Ten. Teams the rest of the way combined 23-9. It's going to be a whole lot harder. So I mean, let's be honest. 5-1 exceeded expectations. They're ahead of where everyone thought they would be, but it's only just begun.
Yeah, it's certainly not going to get any easier. They basically did what they had to do in that first half, because if you look at the schedule, there's not a lot of games you can just check off as a win. So they're kind of ahead of schedule. But talking to the guys, they've done this in the past. They've gone up to good starts and then tailed off in the second half. So it's going to be really important for them to somehow steal one of these wins, or just kind of not get too beaten down in this tough stretch, because then they get another bye and kind of can hit the reset button. So it's going to be a tough stretch coming up, but they're in perfect position. It's a bye week, so maybe we'll get to rest a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what news comes tomorrow, but